بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين القدوس السلام الرزاق الكريم. إخوتي في الله، بارك الله فيكم. عندي سؤال فمن صاحبه. I have a question who's going to answer it. أولا بارك الله فيكم. First, النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من حديث أسامة بن زيد: لا يرث الكافر المؤمن ولا يرث المؤمن الكافر. The Muslim doesn't inherit from the disbeliever, and the believer doesn't inherit from the disbeliever. نعم، مفهوم. Understood, right? طيب. فكيف الوصية؟ ما الفرق بين الميراث والوصية؟ هل هما سواء؟ What about الوصية؟ نعم يا شهاب، حياك الله.
الميراث لا يكون إلا للورثة الشرعيين، الأبناء والبنات. أما الوصية فتكون
هلا اسمع. الميراث
يتعلق بالنسب، يعني الأبناء
يعني الذي شرعه الله. نعم، الله سبحانه وتعالى تكفل بالتقسيم. الله سبحانه وتعالى he legislated. كيف يا طيب نحن الآن في الميراث نتكلم في الوصية الآن. نعم. فهناك اصبروا هناك فرق بين الميراث والوصية. There's a difference between mirath and wasiya. Mirath is inheritance. Wasiya is a will. Maybe in English it's the same, inheritance and a will, because that's what's on the will. What's written on the will is what you inherit. But Islam is different. طيب. كيف آمنة؟
يكتب فيها
الميلاد؟
ميراث.
لا الله قد اصبروا الميراث, which is called inheritance, إن الله قد تكفل به. Allah has taken care of it. جاء من حديث أبي أمامة جمع بينهما في حديث واحد نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم put them together one hadith. إن الله أعطى كل ذي حق حقه فلا وصية لوارث. طيب. The Prophet ﷺ said, Allah has given each one that does his right, his due right, has given each one from the family of the deceased his portion. Allah has done it. So there's no wasiyah, there's no will for one of the inheritors. An inheritor, you can't write him down on the will. There is no wasiyah, there's no will for an inheritor. Allah has taken care of the inheritors. It's in the book of Allah. In three main ayahs. Allah has taken care of the inheritors. So somebody who's inheriting, you can't write him down on the will. لا وصية لوارث فلا يكتب الورثة على الوصية وقد كتبه في كتابه. You don't write down the waratha on, like if I said, okay, I'm going to die, Abi lahu yani sudus. Allah wrote in Surah An-Nisa. I'm going to write Abi lahu sudus. Ummi laha sudus. Allah already wrote it down. Allah already wrote it down. طيب. فالميراث, we want to understand this first. Allah تكفل به. But listen, Allah تكفل بميراث على طريقة ما تكفل به شيء آخر من الأمور الشرعية. Allah took total responsibility of explaining the mirath in a greater way than what he did with the Salah and with Ramadan and with Zakat. كيف هذا كلام؟ طيب, but Allah explained the Salah, explained the Zakat, explained نعم, ولكن الميراث يختلف. الميراث is different. السنة تبين الصلاة الذي ذكره الله في كتابه. The Sunnah of the Prophet explains that Fajr has 2 rak'ahs and Maghrib has 3 rak'ahs. Fajr is out loud and Dhuhr is silent. You don't find it in the book of Allah. هكذا مع صيام رمضان. تفاصيلها, the details of fast Ramadan is found in the hadith and Sunnah. هكذا الزكاة, how much you pay, how much zakat on the ibl, how much zakat on the shat, how much of dhahab wal fidda, how much zakat you pay on gold and silver, how much you pay if you have a certain amount of cows or camels. The tafsil, the details of these commandments that are in the book of Allah. The Sunnah explains it. Except miraf, Allah takaffala bihi kullah. Except miraf, Allah explained all of it. It's not but 1 or 2 hadiths that explain it. Not like in Salah, you have dozens of hadiths explain the Salah. Dozens of hadiths explain. السنة تبين القرآن, تشرح القرآن. The Sunnah explains these great ibadat that's mentioned in the Quran. أما الميراث على تكفل. Allah explained it all in 3 ayats. Maybe in any government it's books, volumes, just to decide how much the mother get, how much the daughter get up. Allah, 3 ayats, 3 verses. Naam. Al-Wasiyah. What is Wasiyah? Wasiyah huwa ata. It's a gift. It's something that you give somebody. Right. Let's stop before we go on. هل يجوز للرجل أن يعطي كافر شيئا? Can a Muslim give a kafir a juice, a soda? Can he give him a gift? Can he give him charity? Can he give him things, whether it be expensive or cheap? Can a Muslim give a kafir something? Can a kafir give a Muslim something? Like if a Muslim, his mother is a disbeliever, can she give him money? Yes. That giving, I can go up. What is a wasiyah? A wasiyah is that you give somebody something, but they don't get it until you die. It's an ata. It's that you give them, but you don't get this until I die. So a Muslim could do it to a kafir. The kafir could do it to a Muslim. No. What is the mirath? The mirath is what you don't write. You have no say-so in. That's what inheritance is. Allah took care of it. You have no choice in the matter. From the hadith Abi Umama, we read it. Inna Allah a'ta kulla dhi haqqin haqqa. Allah a'ta kulla dhi haqq. Allah has given each one that deserves something its true haqq, what it deserves. Allah took care of it. Fala wasiyah, you can't write down for your wasiyah an inheritor. Allah took care of inheritance. Like if I'm like on my deathbed, I say, okay, my son, I'm gonna give this car to my son. You can't write down your son. Your son is inheritor. You can't write it down. Well, my wife, Allah took care of that. Allah took care of that. You can't prefer one of your wives or another. You can't give your father. Allah took care of that. Yeah, Allah took care of that. You can't put in the will somebody who's inherited. Who are the inheritors? That's another chapter. نعم صحيح. فلا وصية لوارث. There's a difference between a will and inheritance. Okay. So if a disbeliever woman, elderly woman, she writes on the will, when I die, I want to give my house to my Muslim son. Can he accept it? She's kafir. And she wrote down why she's alive. Oh, if she's alive and he's alive, she says, listen, this house is yours. Take the deed, take it. Take my car, take the deed, it's yours. Can she do that when she's alive? Can she do it while she's alive and say, when I die, she's writing while she's alive and say, when I die, it's yours? Yes. It's wasiyah. Wasiyah is to give somebody something. And she didn't say nothing? Oh, you can't touch nothing. Oh, you can't touch it. That's right. If she told you, if she wrote it, if she said it, if she gave it while she was alive, you take it. It's better when it's written. But if she told you, and there's people there that witnessed it, she gave it while she's alive. No, she gave it while she's alive. No. مفهوم يا إخوتي في الله يا عبد الله مفهوم طيب الحمد لله الحمد لله هذا شر الله.
افرض ان انت عندك حكم الاولاد مخبى حاجه ما تجي بها الا زوجتك.
نعم هذا انا موافق. اصبر انا موافق.
تمام الاخرين مش متعلمين بها اذا تقدر بالوصيه.
فماذا يكتب في الوصيه؟ What is written in the وصيه? Okay, listen. اسمعوا. الوصية كلامك بالضبط. يعني يكتب ما قد يخفى على الناس. اصبروا. خليها سهلة. Just imagine that Antar سافر اليمن and his house is empty. He didn't want to travel with all his gold and all his guns and all his other stuff. So he left that with me in my house. He didn't give it to me. I'm just holding it for him. And he went to Yemen and he delayed, right? And now I'm sick and it looks like I'm dying. If I don't say anything, my sons, they're gonna think that this gold and this stuff is mine. You with me? I have to write this down. So after I die, Anta's gonna come to my sons. I'm like, you found some bunch of shotguns and some gold in the corner over there. And that was mine. Takallah. My son's gonna takallah, yeah. Ababallah, we only knew you for good. We're talking about that's yours. I was in my father's special room. You're talking about yours. So, when you leave that, what you have to do it with a witness, or you have to write it down. You have to write it down. No, go ahead. You don't trust me, Ababallah? I trust you when I can more. I trust you when things happen. يا معين أنت معنا يا معين. نعم اسمعوا أنا أقول لكم مثله في الأول الآية الله سبحانه وتعالى يعني في آية الدين يأمرنا أن نكتبه. نعم فاكتبوه. If you take a debt from somebody, write it down. Right? You take a debt from somebody, write it down. Things happen, things change. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that because of that's my brother, that's my father, that you don't have it, even if it's your father. فهذا باب كبير. أنا أعرف أناس في اليمن. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. The older son leaves Yemen, he goes to Saudi, and he's working. He sends money back for his father to build him a house. And I'm saying, I want you to buy that land over there from me. But his father writes his name down there because he's there. That's my father. It's my father. His father writes it down. Okay. That's for the land. He says, yeah, I want you to buy that house. That's on that land over there. Just buy that house for me. Okay. So he buys the house, a big house, so everybody could fit in it. And we're still family. It's not my house. We're all family. While he's over there, years, his father has some more kids. They're little guys. His father, these are his younger brothers, the guy that's in Saudi. And they just grew up in this house that's his. All they know is that big house. But the brother went to Saudi. He bought the land. He bought the house. It's in the father's name. Then the father dies. Father dies. So all the brothers say, we want our share of this house. The other brother said, no, that's my house. Yo, that's your house. My whole life is in our father's house. You're talking about your house. It's like, no. I went to Saudi. I sent that money. And look at the deed. It has my father's name on it. Your name is not. I know, but no. The father does not write his name down on the deed. He says, I'm writing muwakkal. I'm just representing my son. That's how he writes it down. Now I'm coming وصاروا في المحكمة أنتم أدرى مني بكثير. Haka ya Abdullah. Nah, y'all know way better than me. How many brothers from the same mother and father? They in court fighting over some house, bricks and cement. Bricks and cement. All right. So when you do things like that, you have to write it down. Like, so if he comes to my house and leaves some gold because he's traveling, he has to be a witness. He has to write it down. So what do you write in the wasiyah? First thing, you want to take care of the things that you want to give. I can't give to an inheritor. For example, if I have 5 sons, right? I have 5 sons. All of my sons have children, have grandchildren. But now, when I die, my sons, they inherit from me, right? Do my grandsons get anything? No, because my sons are alive. When my sons are alive, the grandchildren can't get. If there are any sons, they're blocked off. Sons mean grandsons don't get. Sons mean brothers don't get. Sons mean uncles don't get. Son is Khalid. Nobody's stronger than the son. The son, there's nothing like a son. Nah, he gets more than a daughter. His presence means the uncles, the brothers don't get anything. Grandchildren, nothing. Yeah, that's right. It's my father I'm talking about. You know, that's my brother. I know it's your brother. That's my father. No, that's right. So now listen. I have 5 sons. One of my sons died. Okay. So now I have 4 sons. Okay. So now, if he was alive, when they inherit from me on my sons, of course their grandchildren, my grandchildren are going to benefit because the whole family's going to benefit, right? But now this son died. So these 4 are going to get, and this house is not going to get anything because my son died there. He's not going to get anything. Let me got it. So I'm going to write a wasiyah for these grandkids. That's what I'm going to write the wasiyah for. Because I know my son died here. So I'm going to write a wasiyah because when my sons get, he going to hook up his kids and the whole house is going to be straight. But these guys over here, when their father died, first when their father died, they're already deprived. Right? So now when I die, I'm going to say, well, my grandkids. I can't give to a wife. I can't give, so I'm going to give to these grandkids. Because they're in need. That's one thing you write. or you might give to the masjid, or you might say, do whatever you want to do. I might say my books are for the masjid, or I might say my house, make it a masjid. We have another house, whatever I do. But there are affairs. I might say, I owe money to fulan. Some people ممكن يعني حصل أمور ويتراجع عنه. I swore by Allah that that land was mine, but in Sahih it's not mine. ما أريد أموت على هذا. I swore by Allah that piece of land over there was my land, but now I'm going to die. I retract that. That's not my land. You want to clear all that up. No. So when somebody's father's on their deathbed, yeah, Abati, do you have any debt? You have any? Oh, father, you have any debt? He said, you want to tell me? You want to talk to him on the khas, privately on the side, anything? Just let me know. So we could take care of it. Let me know now. If it's something, let me know. So we take care of it. You're about to meet Allah. فأنا معك يا عم إسماعيل. أنا معك في هذا. في أشياء, there's money that people have, there's debt that people have, that nobody knows the reality of it. So you have to explain that in the wasiyah. You might have somebody's money. Somebody might have money for you. And they're just waiting you to pass away. Say, listen, that person over there still owes me $5,000. I'm dying. I don't think it's over. So that money goes to his inheritance. What we got it? Right. So these kind of things have to be written down in the wasiyah.
الأخ لا يرث من أخيه إذا معه أولاد.
كيف؟
الأخ لا يرث أخيه إذا معه أبناء.
الأخ ما يرث من أخيه. لا. وجود الابن حاجة. نعم يا you leave it with your family. No.
So say for instance, you got a mother, some woman, she has her own job. Has no brothers, no sisters, no nothing. She tell him, if I die, come get this, and this. But then if she wrote it down also.
That's good if she wrote it down. She wrote it, it's better.
Like when I can hear it, because he the only one that can hear it.
Right. She write it down. She has to write it down. She has to say it consciously while she's alive that she wants her son. That's a wasiyah. That's a wasiyah, not inheritance. We want to make clear that there's a difference between a wasiyah and inheritance. A will and inheritance. The will, a Muslim take it for a kafir.
But he the only one that can inherit from it.
Right, but she has to say it. Right. If she doesn't say it,
What she told him.
right, if she told him, but if she didn't say anything,
She didn't say anything,
it can't take it.
She said,
She said it or wrote it, but writing it is better than saying it. Because the people who heard her say it, that's it is. It is a will. The will is acceptable. Right. Will is acceptable. Right. Will is acceptable. Right. But now when other people hear it, they might get amnesia after she dies. I don't remember her saying that. That was for you. You understand what I'm saying? They might get convenient amnesia. Say, I don't remember her saying that. So it's good for her to write it down. That's
people outside your immediate family.
No, your immediate family. No. Right. As long when you say immediate, the immediate is the closeness difference. So that's a whole different chapter, who inherits and who doesn't inherit. No, it's a whole different chapter. With that in mind, عندي سؤال. كل هذا كان تمهيدا لهذا السؤال أبا أحمد. العلم لذيذ يا إخوة. علم is ما شاء الله لذة. نعم. يؤدب. نعم. ينزع الأذهان. It takes everybody's attention. But listen closely. Now, it's interesting. Like your soul inside is like, shut up, listen up. Yeah, I never heard this before. This is important. Your soul inside is like striving. من العلم تغذية للنفوس للأرواح. Knowledge is nourishing to your mind and your psyche. Knowledge of the book of Allah is nourishing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يقول يا أبا أحمد كتب عليكم إذا حضر أحدكم الموت إن ترك خيرا يعني مالا وأراضي إن ترك خيرا الوصية للوالدين والأقربين بالمعروف حقا على المتقين. كيف هذا بعد كل هذا الكلام؟ How is this possible? After all this كلام we've been talking about وصية and إرث and all that. It has been written down. كتب عليك, it's written down for you. إذا حضر أحدكم الموت, if death comes to one of you, وترك خيرا, he's left money, property. الوصية is for his parents. والأقربين, and for offerings after them. حقا على المتقين. This is why we want the people to talk about it. They give وصية بالمعروف بالذي أحسن. يا نعم يا أبا أحمد. لا كيف وصية للوالدين؟ هذا الشيء. في going to be وصية للوالدين بالتي أحسن بالمعروف. له ثلث وله كذا. He has a third. He has a fourth. Allah said الوصية للوالدين والأقربين بالمعروف بالعرف. بعرفكم أصحاب أب نعم أصحاب ضالع بالعرف according to your customs. عند من يا آدم؟ منها هنا عندك ياسر. هذه الآية كما قال أبو بلال نسخت. This is how Islam, this is the beginning of Islam. At the beginning of Islam, before Ayat al-Mirath came down. Ayat Mirath is in Surah An-Nisa. This is in Surah Al-Baqarah. At the beginning of Islam, if somebody was dying, he would say, give my mother this and give my father that, according to what he sees, according to their customs. Wal-Aqrabin, and the relatives after that. This was something that was wajib on the people of Taqwa. But that's the beginning of Islam. يوصيكم الله في أولادكم بالذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين فإن كن نساء فوق اثنين. Allah sent down Ayat al-Mirath and he started explaining how much this one gets, how much that one gets, how much later on Surah An-Nisa, in the chapter of Nisa. But the beginning of Islam, the person would choose how much they get. I'll tell you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala نكمل هذه الآية. حقا على المتقين. فمن بدل ايش؟ بدل الوصية. listen to that. هذا ما نسخت. هذا ما زال. This is still here. Whoever changes the wasiyah of what's written down. It's written down, give this one, give that, give that, and they come and change it. I don't give a call of nothing. He wasn't even here when I was taking care. He was over and no, nobody can change it. فمن بدله, whoever changes it, بعدما سمعه, after he heard that the mother said give this, the father said give that, give that, give that, give that. من بدله, changes this wasiyah after he heard it, فإنما إثمه على الذين يبدلون. But verily the sin is on those that change it. You can't do that. You can't change the wasiyah. That first part of the ayat is abrogated, but this part is not. إن الله سميع عليم. Except, فما معنى هذه الآية؟ فمن خاف من موص جنفا أو إثما فأصلح بينهم فلا إثم عليه. إيش من دين؟ What kind of religion is this? Allah تكفل بكل شيء. What kind of religion? Allah has taken care of everything. If this happens, then do that. And if that happens, then do that. من فوق السماء, above the heavens. أنت عزيز, you're honored. أنت عزيز, بيض الله وجهك. Allah's honored you, right in your face. He took the shame out of you. All we have to do is conform and just obey. We just have to obey. من يجيب? Who's going to answer this? فمن خاف من موسٍ. ما معنى موسٍ يا أبا أياد؟ نعم الموصي. أنا قلت أبا أياد. نعم الموصي. The Musi is the one who does the wasiyah. Whoever's afraid, Allah said, don't change it. Don't change it. ولكن من خاف من موسٍ جنفا أو إثما. This is serious, ya akhi. You afraid. You see that this guy said, give my mother this and give her that. But you afraid, janafan or ithma. ما معنى janafan? Ithma.
Anyone. He doesn't give one of them.
Okay, but Allah قال janafan أو إثما. لماذا أضع هذا؟
الإثم أن توصي في غير معروف والجنفا أن لا تمنع أحد.
جنفا بدون عمد. بدون عمد. بدون عمد. If you afraid that the one who's writing down, he's not being fair. Janafan, he's not doing it on purpose. Ithman, he don't want his wife to get nothing. Don't write nothing down. I don't give her nothing. You know, he's doing it really trying to harm somebody. You know, if you afraid from he's not being fair, either accidentally or intentionally. For aslah, he came and said, listen, what your father wrote here is wrong. He deserves this, you deserve that. He shouldn't get anything. He should get that. Aslah, he rectified. There's nothing wrong with it. Why did I say there's no sin on him? Because he changed it. And Allah قد حددنا ألا نبدله يا عادل أنت معي. Allah in the previous ayah said whoever changes it, then the sin is on him. But Allah says that if you're afraid that the one who's writing this wasiyah has gone overboard, either accidentally or intentionally, and then you change it and you rectify it. But like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala انظر فقال من بدله فإنما اسمه على الذين يبدلون. He used the word بدل. Here he said فمن خاف من موسٍ أو جنفا فأصلح. ما قال بدله، قال أصلح. ايش من كلام يا أبا أياد؟ ايش من أسلوب؟ ايش من أسلوب يا عم عبد الله؟ Look how Allah, he didn't use the word badala. He said aslah, he rectifies it. He doesn't just change it. He doesn't just change it badala. Aslah, he rectifies it, fixes it. نعم. فلا إثم عليه. There's no sin on him. نعم. يا إخوة هذا يكفي اليوم. هذا درسنا اليوم. وقد درسنا هذا من قبل. درسنا علم الفرائض. يحتاج عناية. هذا من الدروس إذا درستها لابد من عصا. وافقتم؟ These are classes. If I teach the class, I have to have a stick because whoever doesn't review, I'm a papa. Now, this you have to review, you have to study, you have to review, you have to memorize the ayat. It's an honorable knowledge. طيب نأخذ بعد دقائق وأنا سأسألكم. طيب عندك يا عادل رجل مات له 3 بنات وزوجة. كم للبنات؟ لا عادل بس لا أحد. A man dies, he has 3 daughters and a wife. How much do the daughters get from his money? أنت عندك بنات؟ لا ولكن حبيت نعرف هذا. أنا أمزح معك. أنا كنت أمشي إلى البلاد في أبيض. And when I was in Amman, I was asking, if a man dies, he these 2 daughters, how much do they get? You go. A man dies, he these 3 daughters, how much do daughters get? A man dies, he these 1 daughter, how much get? So I say to man, you don't have any daughters? How you don't know how much your daughter gets? Y'all don't have daughters, you don't know how much your daughter gets? You're going to be on your deathbed. Listen, I'm about to die. Make sure they give you something. You're going to say to your daughter, right? Tehran, you with me? And you're on your deathbed, you're going to say, listen, make sure that they give you something, such. That's what you deserve. Na'am. Tayyib, عندك يا أبا أحمد. ثلثان. Listen to that. 3 girls get 2/3 of his money. 2/3. You know how much that is? Is that a little bit or a lot? It's only 1/3 left. Allah akramahunna. Allah honored them. طيب يا عبد الملك رجل مات فترك بنتا وأب. A man dies, he leaves his daughter and his father. He doesn't have a wife. He died. Only thing that he has with him is a girl, his daughter, and his father. Come a little bit. أحسنت عبد الملك. أحسنت. البنت لها النصف. الله أعطى البنت الواحدة نصف المال. Allah gave 1 girl half the money. Half. وكم للأب؟ أنا شديد معكم. البنت لها النصف. كم للأب؟ كم للأب؟ النصف. ولكن أنا ما أحب كلمة النصف. I want another word. كم للأب؟ الباقي. وعصبة.
والأم؟
أنا هنا نعم إيش هنا؟ الرجل يأخذ الباقي. العصبة يأخذ الباقي. العصبة takes what's remaining. نعم. طيب عندي سؤال. رجل مات فترك ابن وبنتين. A man dies, he leaves 1 son and 2 girls. 1 son and 2 girls. لا عادل.
Half and half.
What does that mean, half and half? He gets half and they get half. نعم للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين. الله فضل الأبناء على البنات. يكون بالواحد المسؤولية. The man gets twice what the woman gets. So how we figure it out? If it's boys and girls together, you say للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين. I'm going to say this again. If it's mixed boys and girls, sons and daughters, then men get twice what the women get. Listen, I'm going to say it one more time. In any case, if it is 1 son, 10 girls, 2 girls, 5 boys, 5 boys, 5 girls, 2 boys, 3 girls, if it's mixed, any kind of way, 1 to 10, 2 to 5, 6 to 7, anyway, the answer is للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين. That the male gets twice what the girls get. So if it is 1 boy, if it's 1 boy and 2 girls, how are you going to divide the money? Instead of writing 1 boy, you're going to write 2 boys, because he's going to get double. So he's going to be 2 boys and 2 girls, and he's going to get 2 shares. If it's 2 boys and 2 girls, you're going to write 4 boys and 2 girls. And each one is going to get a double share. I'm going to say it one more time. How do you divide the money? When we say for the male gets twice with the girl, when if it's 1 male, you're going to write 2 males. If it's 2 males, you're going to write 4. If it's 4 males, you're going to write 8. And then you're going to divide it equally, but each male is going to get 2 portions. Uthman, did you understand what I said? Sure. Yeah, I'm either. I'm framed either. When you dividing the money, and a man left 2 girls and 6 boys. We want to divide this money. 2 girls, 6 boys. How we divide the money? We don't have 6 boys now. Now we have. No, hold on. iPhone. We have 2 boys. I'm sorry. We have 2 girls, 3 boys. I'm sorry. 2 boys, 2 girls, 3 boys. 2 girls, 3 boys. 2 girls, 3 boys. We're gonna write down 6 boys. Right now, 6 boys. Okay, now we have 6 boys. We have to go, and we have 8 people all together. And we're going to divide it evenly amongst 8 people, but we're going to give each boy 2 shares. But we're going to divide it evenly. But the male is going to get what? He's going to get 2 shares. Tell you, a man dies, he leaves a mother and a father and boys and girls. A man dies, he leaves a mother and father and boys and girls. Right. The mother and father, they get a 6, and the father gets a 6. No. A third, a 6.
6 and 6.
السدس. نعم كل لحالي. نعم. فكنت أريد حديث يا شهاب. لا ايش الحديث؟ فمن بقي فلأولى رجل ذكر. ايش الاول الحديث؟ انظر اول الحديث. فما بقي فلأولى رجل ذكر. اصابني نسيان، هذا اول شيء اخوك. كيف اول الحديث؟ فلأولى رجل ذكر. أحسن. So we're going to stop right here. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من صحابي؟ ابن عباس. نعم. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: ألحقوا الفرائض بأهلها فما بقي فلأولى رجل ذكر. نعم. ليس ذكر لكن ذكر. نعم. فيا إخوتي في الله، هذا يحتاج درس. ولكن the way that the money is distributed، هناك أصحاب الفروض وهناك عصبة. نعم. The way that the money is distributed is distributed to the people that are furud. Furud means nisbah, ansiba, nasib, mu'ayyan. Nah. There are people that get a specific amount, and there are people that get the rest. Theirs is not determined. They just get whatever's there. Okay? That's why you call this ilm al-fara'id. Fard means a portion. So when somebody dies, the first thing you take care of with his money. When somebody dies, إذا مات رجل ماذا أول شيء نفعل بماله؟ اسمعوا، ارفع يده. نعم. إذا مات إنسان, somebody dies, what's the first thing that's done with his money? أحسن. الله يزيدك خيرا. The first, what'd you say? It's debt. No, I thought you said another D. Not his debt. ماذا تقول أنت? It's دين. لا, I thought you said another D. Yeah, I'm sorry. اسمع. لا. نعم يا عبد المالك. نعم. You have to take care with his money to bury him. Now imagine if I die and they start scraping around. You got some money to get some a kefir for Abdul Hakim. My own money. Talking about bury him with my own money. That's an honor. The first thing that you do with the man is bury him with his own money. As Kevin take care of everything with his own money. That's sad. After you do that, then what do? A debt. What's after the debt? Al-Wasiyah. And we know what a wasiyah is, what he writes down. But his debt goes out first. Is it possible that he have a debt with Allah? Yes, maybe he didn't make Hajj. And maybe he didn't pay zakah. Nah. Allah. Nah. All right. After you take care of his burial. Because now he has the money. He was able to do it. And he just didn't do it. Not like he was sick. I was like, he just, every year, he's like busy making that money. You know. Some are right there in Mecca. And they don't make Hajj. Don't you know that? They're right there in Mecca and Medina. They're just too busy making that money. You know. After you take care, barakallahu feekum, of muhdatil al-mayyit, take care of his death, his burial, the debt, his wasiyah, okay? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, al-hiqu al-fara'id. The fara'id, what does fara'id mean? It's a portion. Okay, the ones that receive inheritance are on two categories. Those have a specific portion and those who just get what's rest. How many portions are in the book of Allah? Kam fardan. 6. There's 6 portions. We have sudus, thuluth, thuluthan. You have a 1/6, a 1/3, 2/3. And you have a thuman, a ruba, 1 nifs. You have an 1/8, a 1/4, and a 1/2. There's 6 portions in the book of Allah. 6. Again, you have a 1/6, a 1/3, 2/3. Sudus, thuluth, thuluthan. You have a thuman, a ruba, 1 nifs. You have an 1/8, a 1/4, and a 1/2. Then you have a sudus, you have a 6. A 6 and a 6 is a 1/3, and a 1/3 and a 1/3 is 2/3. Then you have an 1/8. An 1/8 and an 1/8 is a 1/4. And a 1/4 and a 1/4 is a 1/2. You have 6 shares that can be given out. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when somebody dies, al-hiqu al-fara'id bi ahliha. Look for the people that are fara'id, that have a specific amount to be given. Like the girl, she has a 1/2. That's what a girl gets. She gets a 1/2. But if she's with her brother, she don't have a specific amount. They get the rest. If she's with her brother, she comes out of that specific amount, and she gets whatever's left. Now, 3 girls, 2 or 3 girls, they get 2/3. Listen, man, 3 girls, they get 2/3. Okay, listen, and this way. رجل مات له 4 بنات. كم لهن? Man dies. He has 4 girls. نعم عمنا أنت. رجل مات له 4 بنات. كم لهن? How much do they get? أنت يا خالد؟ لا جواب. وين عندك يا بابلا؟ ثلثان. That the 4 girls get ثلثان. Type. Listen to this. The 4 girls, they get 2/3. A man dies with 4 girls, they get 2/3. A man dies with 4 girls and 1 boy. How much do them girls get now? How much do those girls get now? How much to say? Where's my assault? Where's my stick? I told you, if there's any mixed boys and girls, the males, they get twice what the girls. Listen, now when it's this way, you don't hear a 1/3, a 1/4, a 6, 2. No more numbers now. Whatever comes out. So we have 2 different categories. Sometimes they get a specific amount. Sometimes they get whatever's there. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the first thing you do, al-hiqu al-fara'id, attach the fara'id to its people. This one gets a 1/3, that one gets a 6, that one's, do that first. From my baqiya, whatever is left, it goes to those people that are what? العصبة. And now who's عصبة and who's صاحب الفرق? That's a whole lesson by itself. This is a big class. I've studied this 4 times. I studied it 4 times. First of all, مدرسكم هذا عبد الحكيم. مدرسكم عبد الحكيم بطيء الفهم. Your teacher اسمعوا. He understands slow. I'm not kind that I don't understand quick. There's no way, Abdul Malik, I could sit in the class and the teacher's teaching this and I understood. It's too over my head. I had to get a private class. No.
وجود الابن ليس هناك عصب. إذا كان له ابن فلا يوجد عصب.
هو العصب. هو العصب يأخذ كله.
يعني إذا له ابن وبنتان.
فالابن يعصب، الابن يعصب البنات. جعلهن متعصبات.
إذا له ابن وبنتان وأب، الأب لا يرث شيء.
لا كيف؟ الأب ايش الأب؟ هو السبب. اسمع الأب لا يحجب أبداً. So I had to study this with somebody twice. Because when they say Ibn Am, first of all, أنا أكون مع اليمنيين يقول هذا ابن عمي وهذا ابن عم وخال بنت خال. أنا ما أتصوره. I'm like slow down. أنا ما أفهم هذا. يعني ما كنت أفهم أخت لأب. أنا ما أفهم هذا. أخت لأب. عقلي ما أنا. It's too quick for me. I have to أتصور. I have to like picture. يعني أهلي في اليمن لها بعد قرابة. She has some relatives. أقسم بالله. I cannot understand it until they write down everybody on the paper, draw an arrow. This one married that one. Then they had a child. Then they draw an arrow. Then I say, oh, that's how he's related. أقسم بالله أنا ما أفهمه يا عدنان أنت معي يا أم عبد الله. No. So I studied it with a brother named Musab 2 times, and I studied it with Anis al-Hadrami. ما وجدت مثله. الله أنيس الحضرمي. Then I studied with علي الحجاج وهو شديد ما شاء الله. يعني من شدته فهمت قصبا. ولكن الشاهد من هذا كله that I really didn't understand it until I started teaching it. And didn't stick until you start teaching it. When you teach it, then that's طيب يا إخوة هذا جليل. نعم. كان في رجل ذهب عمر بن الخطاب فلقي واحد من أمراء مكة في مكان. تعرف الحديث؟ فقال من تركت على الوادي؟ Who did you leave in charge of Mecca? He was the Amir of Mecca. He left somebody there. قال ابن أبزة. I left Ibn Abza in charge of Mecca. Who's Ibn Abza? Why did you leave there? He said, Mawla min Mawali. He's a slave. He's a free slave. He said, you left Mawla in charge of the people of Mecca? قال نعم. هو حافظ للقرآن والعالم بالفرائض. نعم. He said, yeah, he's memorized the Quran and he's a scholar when it comes to fara'id. فأم قال نعم. إن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إن الله يرفع بهذا الكتاب أقواما ويضع به آخرين. He said, yes, really Allah raises up with this book people and other people because of this book. He lowers them. I'm Abdullah, حياك الله.
يا شيخ الزوجة كم تورث إذا كانت
الزوجة لها حالة. She gets a thuman or a rubu. If the man has children, she gets an eighth. If the man has no children, she gets a quarter. So even if it's not children, if he has children from a previous wife, another wife, as long as he has children, then she gets an eighth. If he has no children, maybe he had children, they died. I mean, when he dies and he has no children, then she gets a little bit more. She gets a quarter. عفوا يعني لها الثمن. اسمع لها الثمن إذا ما عنده، وإن كان عنده أولاد لها الربع. إذا ما عندها أولاد لها الربع.
لها الربع.
ما خلص عيال.
ربع. ربع.
والباقي الاخوان.
العصر.
ينظر. اسمع. عندما تسأل لابد تأتي بالصورة كلها. قل رجل ما ترك كذا وكذا وكذا وكذا. لا تقل قبل الزوجة ثم بعد تقول وقبل الإخوة. أنت ما أخبرتني أولا. ولكن نسأل بعد حتى أتصبر. نسأل بعد الدرس حتى أفهم. تسألني بعد الدرس. A man has two. They share that. They share. They share. So one wife, she gets an eighth. Two wives, they share that eighth. Three wives, they share that eighth. Not everyone gets eighth.
They're gonna share it on three.
They have to share. نكتفي بهذا اليوم. This is our lesson for today. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.